Welcome to the 245 podcast, where that's the amount of times that Joey took to record an ad for Eaglebrook.
Oh, that's actually really funny.
That's funny. Yeah, because I started recording to test the mics, and then Joey just started randomly telling us the story, which, I've told the guys 1,000 times. Like,
Save the content.
we're not allowed to talk about anything in our personal lives because it all has to be saved for the podcast.
Yeah.
And then Joey just started talking to us about this before we even started the episode. Luckily, I was recording. So we're going to do a little quick reverse back to that moment before the episode started. You ready?
Did you guys know, I didn't even talk about this, but I'm the main character in an Eaglebrook ad.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm the only character in this ad, so therefore the main one. But yeah, I did some acting. Guys, I'm such a bad actor.
Do you have
It's actually crazy.
do you have that video?
No, because we just filmed on Friday.
Oh, wow.
Or not Friday, on Wednesday, my dudes.
And what was this video about?
It was like, it's an ad, and then it's the different emotions, because we're doing the next series for the New Year's is called Inside Out. So it's like how the different emotions would react to different situations. So I had to be joy and anger and anxiety and sadness. And guys, I could do anger pretty well and happiness. The other two, ain't no way. So it's like how they would react to the first snow.
So
how
this
they
isn't
react
like
to the pack.
intro to the series, isn't it?
No,
No.
it's just an ad.
Okay.
But you guys probably won't get it because if you follow Eaglebrook, you won't get it. You won't get the ad. It's a targeted ad to people that don't follow Eaglebrook.
So should I unfollow Eaglebrook?
No, I'll just send you the ad when I get it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I'd love to see it.
Dang.
I'll show you guys as soon as. But yeah, guys, there was so many times where they're like, "Okay, Joey, use your face," or "We need more." And I'm like, "Guys, this is all I got."
Maybe you have acted before.
I have
Left, left.
See, I knew that would come in clutch someday.
Wow. Awesome to hear, Joey.
Thank you.
That was really cool, Joey.
That's
Thank
cool.
you. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed that.
The power of editing.
It is wild. It is quite something.
So do you change your intro, Mitch?
Huh? Yeah, I did.
What was it going to be? Or do you want to save that for a future episode?
No, it was only relevant today. It was that's the amount of hours until we ring in the new year.
Oh. Well,
What is the
ironically, this episode's coming out on January 3rd. So
date?
that's a little awkward.
Well, from the time we record this, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
December 20th.
Mm-hmm. Wow, so this isn't going to come out for you good, Mitch?
Your phone just buzz?
No, that I just
Or was that you?
rubbed my foot on this lever on this chair.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what just happened there.
Yeah. Yep.
I would have said safety no bear.
True. Respect.
Safety no bear. Classic. Well, we're back today. The three of us again.
Yep.
I know you're probably tired of us. You want Josh and Evan, I know.
Yep.
So do we.
Yeah.
So do we. Just didn't work out this time. This is day 2 of recording 3 episodes of podcast. Yesterday we recorded the last 2 weeks. Today we're recording today's. Yeah.
Yep.
All the snow has been plowed outside, so no more people should be getting stuck, as far as we know.
Yeah.
But you never know what could happen.
We don't have to use our big college muscles to move cars around.
Yep. That episode just came out today. So, yeah, that's good.
That was hype.
Yeah. And this year's looking back at the year episode's a little different because the last 2 years we've been in Josh's basement after the alumni game.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But instead it's 9:30 in the morning. It's not going to be as chaotic or as long. Last year was 2 hours long.
Yeah.
We're not going to be playing ping
Normally
pong.
we, shoot for midnight or something.
Yeah.
We're not going to be
but-
playing ping pong. But there is one thing that is similar. It is after the alumni game. It's not right after.
Just the day after.
Last night, I guess it's not the alumni game. Alumni night. Alumni
Alumni.
at Avail. Joe, you want to tell us a little bit about alumni last night
Yeah.
at the game?
Yeah. Were you guys there for the JV game?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the JV The JV, were they up at halftime?
Yes.
They were up at
When we
Yeah,
got
'cause
there,
he
they were
made
like
a-
up 15.
Bryce's little brother made a. No, was it Ezra?
Oh, it was Ezra.
Ezra that made
Hit
a
a-
buzzer beater 3.
Yep. But they were up 4.
4.
4 at halftime, maybe. Then I think they ended up losing by how many was it?
I think it was less than 10.
Yeah, it wasn't crazy.
I think
that's for
it
sure.
was 6.
JV basketball is so interesting because like I just pulled 2 of the JV guys to sit for varsity.
Yeah.
And that's just like such an interesting thing that like you have your JV team, they're playing a great game, and then I just like pull
Yeah, you have to take
2
them off.
guys to sit for varsity, and it's like, well, now it's completely different.
Yeah.
So that was the frustrating thing about JV ball is you can't read into it too much. Like it depends a lot on who plays and who sits. And I know my dad was saying that a lot of their varsity guys for Community of Peace were playing JV.
Yeah.
And they did 1/2 each, which is it's just so interesting. You can't really read
Yeah.
into JV ball. But yeah, JV lost. But then varsity, we ended up winning. We ended up winning by I think it was around 16, 17
Yeah.
points. It was just a very interesting game because we didn't start great. I think we were
Nope.
down 7-0
Yeah.
off the start. And they scored like 3 times quick.
Mhm.
But then we started figuring out the flow of the game. Community of Peace they played a lot different this year than they have in past years. And it was very physical game. I mean,
Yeah, very.
both teams were in the bonus in the second half, and I think both teams might have been in the bonus in the first half too.
Yeah, definitely bonus in the first half. We were double bonus second half.
Yeah,
They weren't.
Yeah, well, I think in the second half they had 12 or 13 fouls.
Yeah, it was
a lot.
nuts.
So I think our boys do really well when we can get in the flow offensively.
Yeah.
When the game keeps moving, we can get our flow down. But it really gets messed up. I feel like we have to reset every time there's a foul and it takes us out of our flow. I think our
Mhm.
boys like to get up and down fast. And that's how I prefer to play.
Yeah.
Is keep the game moving, get up and down, quick passes, take your open looks. But yeah, we had to adjust on a few things. So I think in halftime were we up? We were up.
Yes, we were.
Yeah, but it wasn't many.
No.
But the last like 3-4 minutes we went on a really good run where we got a few steals. I think the last minute we had like almost 3 steals.
Oh, you almost scored like 6 points in like 10 seconds.
Yes. Yeah.
So, because Jake got a steal, I know. Lincoln got a steal and almost made it at the
Yeah.
buzzer.
Mm-hmm.
And there was another layup I think Isaac had or something. But
Yeah. Isaac Ani had a great game.
Mhm.
He ended up with 30. I feel like especially in the first half, his buckets were huge to just like keep us in it.
Yep.
We would get down or it would get close, and then Isaac would hit a big shot. He had a few threes that were huge.
mhm.
Because I wasn't mad with our shot selection in the first half at all.
Yeah.
There was just some that was like, that's a good shot, Brick. That's a good shot, Brick. That's a good shot. We were probably rushing it a little bit too much,
Mhm.
I would say. And then we started.
Mitch took care of that, though.
Yeah, Mitch was assistant coaching from the
For the
sidelines,
sideline.
doing a great job, trying to get us to run the possession a little bit. They were running 2-3 zone, and we were just settling too quickly for shots.
Yeah.
When if we would move it around, the zone did collapse after a while.
hmm
We would just have to move it for a while.
Yeah.
And then second half, we kind of figured out our groove. We talked at halftime about how they would get the balls to the post, and the post would just kind of just put their shoulder down and go.
Yeah.
So we started collapsing more. Our help defense, I thought, got a lot better.
Yep.
I think we stopped fouling as much in the second half. The first half, I feel like our guards were being too aggressive with going down to the ball, where if like Isaac and Lincoln do a great job of staying straight up
Yep.
when they're in the post. Especially Isaac does a phenomenal job
Yeah.
of staying straight up. And that's gonna be a tough guy to shoot over. So the guards just let him shoot because
Yeah.
they're probably gonna only make that shot 30% of the time over Isaac. So just let them shoot it because that's the shots we want them to take.
Yeah.
But then maybe the middle of the second half we went on a good run. We figured it out. They were getting tired. They were getting in a lot of foul trouble. I think they had
They have 3 people foul out.
I think they had 2 or 3, and then I think they had 4 guys with 4 fouls.
Yeah.
It's like
It was nuts.
yeah.
that's
The
crazy.
coach, did you hear their coach yelling that?
Yeah.
He was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, like, what are we gonna do?" And I don't think the refs were calling ticky-tack fouls. I think they were calling legit
No.
fouls.
Yeah.
I don't think their coach was mad at the refs. I think the coach was mad at their players
Yeah, the
Oh, he
players.
was.
for just hacking. Especially some of the guys that came in the second half that were like JV guys that didn't play the first half.
Yeah.
Like some of them were just like blatantly like very easy fouls to call.
Yeah.
It was
they
like
weren't
2
even
pushes. That was like-
yeah, and it's like, what
they're
are
just
you?
standing there? And
Yeah,
just pushed him.
what are you guys doing? But then one of their guys actually went off. The number 2,
Oh yeah.
who's being guarded by Jake, and Jake in the locker room said, like, the kid would shoot it, and Jake said my hand would hit his hand on the way down. Like that's how close he was to playing defense on the shots, and just everything number 2 chucked up.
Went in.
Just
Went in. It was absolutely crazy. So we only ended up winning by like 20. If that kid wouldn't have gone off, we probably won by 35. Because I think that kid had 16 in the second half, and it was probably in the last 8 minutes. It was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
But at that point, we were up big enough that I wasn't like we were chilling.
Yeah.
So
It was fine.
that was the game. It's a tough one because it's a win, but in some ways it feels like a loss because
There's room for improvement.
there was a lot of room for improvement. But that's all right. You bounce back. We have West Lutheran tonight, so that'll be a really tough game. They're very well coached and well disciplined. And I don't have a lot of film on them, so we won't have as much as a game plan coming in. So hopefully we can get another dub.
Home
But
game?
still undefeated. Yep, home game. You should pull up.
I can't, but Mitch should.
I should.
You should, Mitch.
Why should you, Mitch?
So here's the thing. So this year they only had the one halftime competition.
It's
I was a little
disappointing.
bummed about that, but it's fine.
I needed one to warm up. My shot forming ain't as good as it used to be, and it wasn't even that good before.
Mine was awful, bro. I was dying. So, this halftime, but in the varsity game, they did lightning, which is classic at this point, and so Mr. Morton was just like getting the balls and helping us set up and line up or whatever, and he didn't really like specify where we were going to be doing lightning from. So I was like, are we doing free throws? Are we doing threes? Are we doing half court? Like, I don't know what's going on. And so I just stopped at the 3-point line and was like, all right, I guess we're doing 3-pointers. So I guess you could say I had a hand in the results, maybe from the choosing of the distance. So anyways,
Influencer.
influencer. So I don't even know. It was just the light. So we played lightning, and it went on for pretty long. I remember Mr. Scottingham making a comment. It was like, "All right, boys, we don't got all game. We got like 3 minutes left before
Yeah.
the next half has to start." So we eventually some people were just getting out, and then it came down to me, Alvin, and Hans. And then I kind of got hot late. I made 3 in a row, and then I was just chasing Alvin. And then I got Alvin out, which meant I went second behind Hans, so I had the advantage.
Yep.
And then it took like 3 shots before Hans. Like Hans at one point, he bricked 3 layups in a row, which was kind of embarrassing. And then like the next shot after that, he had a long rebound and I didn't, and so I just laid it up for the win, and that was it.
There
So
you go.
I was champ back to back. And this year it wasn't the Avail swag bag that I got. It was actually a season pass
Yeah.
to Avail games. So I got spoiled. So I can show up to Avail home games today and this year and get in for free.
That's
So,
hype.
Not just because I'm an alumni on alum night.
Yeah.
So
You know, you're
That's
in a very exclusive company that has those passes. I
Yep.
know the pastors do, so I have one. It's hype.
The
So
pastors?
yeah, pastors have one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then my mom and Ava have one.
really,
Yeah,
Did they buy one?
no, they got one from the school as coaches' significant others apparently.
And moms?
plus-
I want to say wives, but
it's like
Yeah.
plus twos.
yeah, I don't know.
It's like the pastor's wife. It's the coach's wife.
yeah.
That's funny.
So yeah, Mitch,
Hey.
you are just like
Hey, I'll take that company.
yeah.
So that passy guy is like has been a thing.
This year it has. I don't think it's been something in the
I don't
past.
remember that being.
I
a thing.
think
Mr. Morton took so long to go get it for Mitch that I was like, I swear he just like
we
made that.
genuinely think he printed it.
Like he made that in Google Drawings like right then and then like printed
I
it.
think it was already a thing. But he
Okay.
probably printed it. I
And
mean,
then cut
that's
it up.
probably what I would do is print it after
Yeah,
the
'cause
game.
We were like talking in the lobby with a bunch of our friends, and then I was just looking for Mr. Morton, and he came out the stairwell door, and he was like, he just pointed at me. I was like, all right, hold on, give me just 1 second. I gotta grab something for you. And then he ran upstairs, and I thought it was like, okay, this will be a quick transition. He was just gonna go up there because you mentioned a trophy too, and then it took like 10 minutes. And he came down with a slip of paper. I was like, all right, he definitely just printed that there, but but I appreciate it. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
was good.
Mitch, so
That's
now
hype.
my expectation is that you're at all home games.
and assistant coaching from the sideline.
Yes, and assistant coaching. We need to come up with signals, and you can like signal me like
Like baseball.
we're on a press. We're on a press.
Or do they like the
Yeah,
baseball thing, like the
sign.
Baseball signs.
eyebrow, ear, nose thing?
The other
Yeah.
coaches are trying to like steal our signs.
They can't read us.
We're good at signs. Wait, did you guys hear that?
What?
The mail tone.
I did.
What? We
We
have
got-
emails?
We got
Mail?
2 emails
Mail a day.
Really?
as of last night and 10 minutes ago.
Really?
Yep.
You know who we haven't heard from? Oh, Hood. I can't say my R's. You know who we haven't heard from in a while?
Who?
Stoner.
It's true. Well, she
She's
was
back.
in
Yeah.
Austria and then London for a little bit, but she's back.
Back again.
Apparently,
Brit-
she was at Northwestern the other day during chapel, but we didn't see her.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that haven't emailed in a while.
A lot of people that haven't listened in a while. Just kidding. Listens are
Facts.
down. Listens are down.
Oh man,
Bring it back to summer of our first year.
I'm
Those
so
peak numbers.
I'm so upset.
yeah.
Okay. First email. We got 2 of them. First from Travis Dewar. He said 2024 wrapped. He said 245 guys. Y'all came in number 5 on my Spotify wrapped.
Let's go.
Nice to spend another year with you. I've been jamming on the Initials game since Mitch tipped me off to its availability in podcast form. 100 episodes down, 450 to go. Let me know if you need an Alex Trebek for your 2025 Initials game episode.
Oh. Wait,
Is
which
this
which podcast is this?
The Initials game?
Oh yeah,
Is that the one you were listening to on the way
with Carson
Yeah.
and Jordan and Jackson.
up to the cabin?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that was crazy.
Apparently Travis has listened to 100 episodes now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because of you, Mitch. Look at the influence you
Yeah.
have.
Influencer.
Influencer.
So I guess we do still have an influence on
That
our
is a
people.
good game. I
Yeah.
like doing that one.
Last email is from Benjamin Ritzma.
Mhm.
Hey.
He says, KO at Northwestern.
Oh.
Dear 245/MMA. And this is referring to our podcast that came out this morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's talking about our play-by-play on the people getting stuck.
Oh yeah.
I'm in public, and anyone walking past a guy moving rocks laughing must think that I'm crazy. But if they were listening to Mitch's play-by-play, they would have understood why. That was hilarious. The fact that Joey didn't want Mitch to keep going with the commentary of a fight disappoints me. Mitch, I'm in full support of your career. Forget nursing, play-by-play is your calling. All the best, gents. Saluting emoji.
Thanks, Benjamin. You know, I needed that.
That's actually, bitch. I could see you doing that. That would be crazy.
Zeke and I have joked before, like we should do like play-by-play commentary of like Bed Wars.
I mean,
would
you
go
do.
hard.
I can hear it. I can hear it from upstairs.
Could do it.
I can hear it while I'm trying to fall asleep at night.
Oops.
You're good.
I love hearing your laugh through the vents.
Mm.
It's like the one video I took last night of you of the can crushing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was so evil. I was just conniving in the corner there. I was like, I'm gonna crush this can as the opponent shoots a free throw,
And he missed.
and he missed, and I was like, Heh.
There's probably no way he actually heard it.
No.
no, he just sucks.
Those guys are locked. Do you guys remember playing it like you wouldn't hear anything
No.
No,
unless somebody like coach was yelling at you specifically, like
Yeah.
said your name. Like I have to do that with my guys. I say their name, make sure they make eye contact, and then say it 3 times with hand motions
yeah,
to make sure they got it.
Yeah, because I remember in high school sometimes like coaches would say something and you'd be like, "Yep." But,
Yep.
like, you didn't.
You
you're
didn't.
like-
You
you're
didn't
like, wait.
listen.
What
Yeah.
did
it's
they
just like
say?
calling a play, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's just so loud in there too.
Yep. Yeah.
Like, yep.
So
Yep.
what you're saying is there's no way your players hear me on the sideline.
Well, I feel like when you said stuff, they did change the way they played. So they probably did hear you.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to. Maybe I should talk some more today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
so-
ask him in the locker room. I will be like, boys, did you hear Mitch just like yelling at you guys to slow down?
Yeah.
You should. Anyways, should we
Yeah, we should probably get
get
into
into
it.
what we're talking about? Today we're looking back at 2024.
Oh.
Third year in a row we've done this, which is crazy.
It'll be wild to go back and listen to like all of these, like
Yeah.
back to back to back. That'll be crazy.
Our top 3 songs, our top 3 purchases, our top 3 days/memories, our top 3 new foods, top 3 habits that we either lost or gained, and then our hopes and dreams for 2025. We'll also read ours from last year and see what came true.
Mm.
Mm.
So we'll start with top 3 songs. Now, these might be similar to Spotify Wrapped, might not be. Mine are
Mine are not.
only one of them is the same. So, who wants to start with their first song? I guess we could do all 3 of your songs.
All
Are
3
we
songs.
doing all 3 at once or just
Yeah, we can do all 3 at once.
Yeah.
okay?
It could be in no particular order,
No particular order. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
unless you have an order.
I'll go first. I mean, I just wrote it in an order, but like, so these are a few songs that like I added to my playlist this year. Normally I add songs to my playlist if they like give me goosebumps for some reason at a certain part of the song. So,
What?
you know how it's just like I don't know. It's just I'm more musically inclined, so like it's like if I hear something good, it's like gives me goosebumps and like all right, I'm adding that to the playlist. I can hear that again. So these songs, Don't Think Jesus, Morgan Wallen.
Oh,
Dang, Mitch, you don't listen to a lot of,
Yeah.
country.
No, but
That's-
that one was good,
that one's fire.
Gives the
especially because like
goosebumps.
the lyrics are better.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I saw the title of that one. It's like Don't Think Jesus, and I was like, okay, like that's such like antichrist stuff, but not like
Not-
whatever.
Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you mean.
You know what I mean. But then I actually like listened to the lyrics at work or something because they played it all the time
Mm.
at DQ, and then I was like, hey, that's actually like a good song.
Mm. Great song.
Next one, You Don't Have to Yell by Chris Rice. Talks about like the media and the news, but it's like from a while ago, so
Oh.
it's like super relevant now. My mom played it once, and it gave me goosebumps, and I was like, she was really like listening to the lyrics, and so I was. And yeah, they're just really relevant right now. So, and then the last one is Hotel California by the Eagles.
Wow. That's one you
Hotel
added this year?
California.
All 3 of those I added this
That's
year.
a classic.
Yeah.
It's an oldie.
Yep.
It is a good song, though.
It's that ending guitar riff or like guitar solo or not solo. It's like a bunch of guitar melodies.
Mm.
That gave me goosebumps. So those are my
Nice.
top 3 songs.
Nice.
Popcorn, Micah Clark. Clark.
Clark.
I got to do that more. That's one of my habits coming up.
Okay. My top 3 songs, in no particular order, is Blue Skies from Holiday Inn.
Mm.
Was my number 1 on Spotify Rapid. Genuinely, I just like really liked that song.
Yeah, nothing but.
And yeah, it's just a good song. It was fun. It was my favorite one to sing in the show too. Second song is basically any song from the How to Train Your Dragon soundtrack.
Fire.
Those are fire soundtracks.
So fire.
especially from the
Gotta
first 2
rewatch that.
movies.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend listening to those. Those would give you goosebumps.
Yeah, true.
And then third is actually a very new one. It's for one of Ben Rector's newest songs. It's called "Forever." (Parentheses) doesn't quite feel long enough.
Oh, you played this yesterday?
Yeah, on the way to Vail, I played this.
Yeah.
Um,
That was sick.
that's like one of my new favorite songs. And yeah, just really like it. So I've been kind of listening to that one a lot since it came out a few weeks ago.
Drums go hard in that one.
They do, yeah. So that one came and slipped in there at the last minute of the year, but it's a good one. Joey,
Top 3 songs from number 3 to number 1. Natural Disaster by Zach Brown Band, who was in my number 1 band, actually, believe it or not. Ain't No Love in Oklahoma by Luke Combs
from Twisters.
from Twisters.
Have
And
you actually seen Twisters?
no, I have not.
It's good.
I just like the videos that are like watching Twisters for the plot, and then it just cuts of that Top Gun guy.
Oh,
What's his name?
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell. That's what it is. What a dorky name.
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell.
That was our first coach, like
Glenn Stewart.
Glenn Stewart.
Yeah, but that's like, it's just the combination of Glenn Powell.
with Powell. Okay.
It's like,
Yeah. No, I don't know about Powell being the last name.
yeah. Anyways, and then number 1, Fast Car by Luke Combs.
Classic.
That should have been my number 1. Spotify Wrapped. Anger.
Come on.
Maybe it was. Spotify just got it wrong.
Be better,
since
Maybe.
Spotify.
There's some controversy.
Probably.
Next is top 3 purchases of the year. Do we want to do same order, Mitch?
Yeah.
Sure. So this is kind of like the most debatable section for me, in terms of how it applies to the category. So Brazil trip I have as my first one
I feel like
for sure.
wouldn't that be more like days/memories?
I do have that on there as well.
But you
Thanks
did
for
you did
spoiling.
you did buy your
I did have to pay for my Brazil trip, but
Oh.
that was last year. But it only came now, so
got it.
I'm saying that was.
Well,
I didn't know how good the Brazil trip purchase was until this year.
according to accounting terms, that was a purchase of this year.
Okay, thanks. And then I have house rent because it's super hype living with the boys. And then those new headphones that I got, they are made by Razer. I don't know. I feel like I've been purchased a lot this year,
Yeah.
besides like food and gas. So
I feel like the Brazil trip counts.
Yeah.
And the rent. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe a little bit of a stretch, but I think it works. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so wholesome that you're saying the rent is worth it.
facts, it is.
It's getting me emotional. Just kidding.
Popcorn Mike.
I have 4. I
Shocker.
couldn't go down to 3.
Bruh.
In no particular order. Number 1. Nope.
Wow.
No, that's not.
Starting with number
I
one.
meant like my number 1 on this list. This
Okay.
is not my number 1.
in no
It's
particular
in no particular order. I wrote Cabin C70. I meant Canon C70. My new camera, Canon C70. One of my favorite purchases of the year. Really allowed me to up the quality of my work for businesses and stuff like that. And it came at a really good time because I kind of bought the camera knowing I had one like of my most professional gigs yet this summer with a pool leak detection company.
Mm.
So I bought it like not for that, but like it was a good reason to. Like I've been wanting to get it, so I'm gonna get it now. And then I ended up having like quite a few other gigs this summer with businesses that I was really glad I had that camera just because it's just so much better quality than my previous camera. And I've done some like gigs where I've been a camera operator for another freelancer, and they only work with really nice cameras. And I probably wouldn't have been able to use my other R6 in those scenarios. So came at a really good time. It was good timing. So happy about that purchase. Do not regret it at all. Next one is some DJI mics that I bought. Some lav mics, some new ones. They're really nice.
Oh, those are the square ones, like
the square ones that you wore for
magnet.
with the magnet. Yeah.
Yeah.
But those are nice because you can look at the levels on a separate thing. You can start and stop recording from a separate little device, and it's just very nice. Super
those
easy
are
to
cool.
use. Super easy to use. And you can use the magnet too. So it's like either you clip on a wire to it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Next purchase is gaff tape. Was one of my top 3 purchases of the year. A roll of gaff tape.
What the heck?
You haven't had one of those before?
No.
Oh, well then maybe it probably was.
And
one
I
of the best-
bought it, and I have used that thing so much since I got it. Like, I don't know how I didn't have it before. It was just, it's very helpful to have gaff tape. It comes in handy. And then last, truly this is my top purchase of the year, this last one,
Okay.
is Kylie's ring.
Sim.
Kylie's engagement ring. That is my top purchase
Mm.
of the year
Mm,
and most expensive.
should be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, that's it.
Nice.
Popcorn, Joey.
My top 3 purchases from in a particular order
Mm.
from third to first. Number 3, rent. Absolutely love.
Oh, you both did
go.
that.
I love living with the boys. Mom and Dad, I love living with you guys. This is not an insult to living at home. But I also just like living on my own. It's kind of
Yeah.
it's kind of lit. You kind of have like your own system of how you do things. It just like feels good, man. It's like I
Yeah.
gotta go to work so I can buy food. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm a man.
Yeah, I gotta pay rent.
Yeah.
Feels good. So number 3 is rent. Number 2, paying for that stupid half marathon. Man, I like that. That was a great purchase.
A stupid half marathon.
It was kind of wild, but like I loved it. My testing.
We can still hear you.
Oh, okay. I cannot hear myself.
Oh,
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 well,
that's
that's
fun.
awkward.
Well, I think we're good now. We
Yeah,
good.
I'm
We're
not
good.
cutting any of that.
Okay. Sounds good. But a lot of like good things came from that. I've got like really disciplined with running. I enjoyed it, and now I'm like, hey, I can run. It's not that hard. But I learned a lot about like it actually helped with coaching, I feel like, because you learn like, hey, if you want to get better, you have to like push yourself. So I
Mm.
talk to my guys about that sometimes, like when they're not working hard enough in practice, it's like you're not getting any better if you're not working hard. So that was fun.
do you ever like race them in a practice or something?
No,
It's like
I
if I
don't.
beat you, you have to do
You know
like
what's funny? Don't tell anyone this, but I'm gonna tell you something. It's
on
actually
the podcast.
it's actually not that. That's the joke. It's not that big of a deal. But Chuck, the girls' coach,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
raced his girls for some reason. They were doing some sprints or something, and he decided to jump in, and then he like got hurt. And like he said he was limp. They had a scrimmage yesterday, and he was like limping around. It's like, Chuck, what are you doing?
What are you doing, bro?
I love Chuck though. Chuck's awesome.
He lets me borrow his drone sometimes.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, I borrow it all the time for weddings.
That's funny. Yeah, he's a great guy. He's a great guy. And then number 1, shocker, but engagement ring.
Didn't see that
Wow.
coming.
Didn't see that coming,
Sim.
but amazing investment right there.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, biggest purchase of the year by far.
For real.
For real.
All right. Next is, we'll do days and memories last. So we'll go to top 3 new foods.
Okay.
Mitch?
All right. This year I've been trying to like. So I know I've been trying to like expand my palate a little bit. I've been trying to do new things. I couldn't remember a lot. I know I've been trying like different forms of like potato, so like mashed potatoes. Or I remember like Mike with when we did meat night.
Oh, yeah.
Last year.
Yeah. That potato
Um,
and meat thing.
Yeah, steak and potatoes, like those, just raw potatoes, or like not raw potatoes, but like cooked.
Cubed.
But like
Seeing
yeah,
raw potatoes out
yeah.
here.
like in their raw form, just cooked.
Yeah, that's not confusing at all.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Raw form cooked. You mean not like French fries or
Yeah, not
some
French fries,
processed-
not mashed, not whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
So I've been enjoying that. And then a couple I've got from Brazil. Sagu, I mentioned before about the Brazil trip. It's like the tapioca pearls and the non-alcoholic red wine that's like jellied a little bit. Super good. And he put some like cream in there. Super good. And then the Guaraná, their Brazilian pop is like, it's so much better like when it's down there, because I think they use like the real cane sugar,
Yeah.
and how they make it is a little different than how it is here. Because if you order it online on Amazon, it's like there's like a little yellow band on top of the can. It's like a copy of the Brazilian original or something, but it's not actually the Brazilian original. So
Can only get it in Brazil.
yeah, only in
Yeah.
Brazil
I know what you're talking about
will
because
be that good.
I've had that in Africa too, like the legit
Yeah.
stuff. So good.
So good. So top 3 new foods, kind of. So
There we go.
there it is.
I
Mike.
only have 2,
Ark.
and they're not like new things. They're kind of just new. I mean, I've had all of the elements of it before, but not in this form. So this year I've been eating a lot of steak and eggs,
Attaboy. Attaboy.
which I've loved.
Mm.
And it doesn't. I know it sounds like, oh, he's eating a lot of steak. Well, steak is expensive, but it's not too bad when you're only one person. And also, sometimes I split it up into 2 or multiple meals and whatever. So, I've been making every once in a while some like steak and egg and cheese wraps, or like breakfast burritos almost, with some like steak stew meat, which has been really good. And then my favorite thing that I've made, I was inspired by Joey, but kind of made my own version of it, is steak, egg, and cheese sandwiches. And they've been getting like better every time. I've been getting better at like seasoning the steak and knowing how long to cook it and stuff like that. So I've been getting like these thin slices of either sirloin or ribeye, seasoning that with salt, pepper, this like thing of steak seasoning, onion powder, and garlic powder, which is
go wrong with that.
really good. Putting that in the cast iron, and then making some eggs, some butter, and olive oil, and then provolone cheese, and put that on some sourdough bread,
Yup.
which Joey recommended
Yup.
from Aldi.
Yup.
Put some butter on that, toast a little bit on the pan. So good.
So good.
Like I could eat that every day.
Mm-hmm.
Eat it every day. So that's like my favorite thing that I've made this year. And something new for me. So yeah. Next is habits that you've either lost.
Hey. I didn't
sorry.
do foods.
Sorry.
Jeez.
My bad. My bad.
Mike.
Bruh.
Take it back.
I'll do my foods in a particular order. 3 to 1. Number 3, me and Ava have been doing a ton of patty melts, and they're so good. Sourdough bread, cheese, and a burger patty. So good.
So good.
Sourdough bread is just like built different.
Yeah.
And it's better for you. So win-win. Next thing, smash burgers. Ava bought me a burger press.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what to call it, if it's a burger press, because there's also things where you make like raw, like you take the meat and like you press it into a burger patty. This is more like a burger smasher. It's meant to like you put on a
It
griddle.
has weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you just smash it. Smash burgers are so good. You get some onions, you lay onions down first, and then you smash the burger patty like right on top of it. And you try to get as thin as possible. So good.
Why does that make it better?
I don't know. It increases the surface area, one,
True.
Yeah.
which like that crisp on the edges of the burger, like that's what gives it a lot more
That's
flavor.
fire.
And then smashing it right on the onions, and the onions, like when you smash the burger into the onions like crisp up a lot, and it's so good. All that flavor from the onion goes into the burger.
Yeah.
So you get stacked like 2 smash burgers on a patty. Oh my, so good. So good. But number 1, this year, I had the best eating experience of my life. Brazilian Steakhouse.
First time.
First time this year.
They are unbelievable.
I'm telling you guys, that's what heaven's gonna be like.
Exactly.
It's like
24/7.
Carbon
It has to be.
copy. That's what heaven's gonna be like. They're gonna walk around, no vegetables in sight,
Nope.
no vegetables in sight,
I hope so.
and all it is just guys with huge things of meat walking around, cutting off a slice right in front of you,
Yep.
and you just green card.
Green card.
Green
No,
card.
Keep it coming.
Keep it
The
coming.
green card never is flipped over.
Yeah, it's never
No.
flipped over.
You go to Fogo?
No, we went to a different place.
Volvino's
No.
Grill Hall.
Oh my gosh, Mitch. I don't know. I don't remember. It was a Brazilian name, but it was not Fogo de Chao. It was something similar to that. It was down by, I think, Mall of America. And the hack is to go for lunch
It's cheaper.
because it's a lot cheaper to go
Oh, really?
during lunch.
It's like $50 instead of 75. At least at Fogo,
Yep.
that's what it is.
But guys, it was so good. I think I had it for lunch, and I didn't eat dinner, and I don't think I even had breakfast
Yeah.
the next day. And you
Yeah.
feel so good
It's
because
so
you don't
good.
get the carb crash either.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh,
You just get the meat sweats a little bit, and it's fine.
yeah.
That's
it's-
exactly what happened to me in Brazil. It's just like you have Brazilian steakhouse, and you're good for like the whole day
Yeah,
and the next day.
And Mitch has had it in Brazil, so that's just the ultimate
Yeah.
experience.
that's the ultimate.
That's the raw experience.
That's what
right
heaven's
there.
going to be like.
Yeah, that's what heaven's actually gonna be like. But guys, so good.
So good.
I think about it so much.
We should go sometime.
We should. Maybe
Grad-
when we all graduate.
Well, you're graduated,
Yeah,
but you can still come.
yeah. Well, we still
instead of
celebrate me.
instead of half apps.
Yeah, half say yeah,
$5 versus $50.
Yeah.
$50. It's worth it.
but yeah, it's so good. I mean, if you start doing the math, and if that covers lunch, dinner, and breakfast the next day, then it's only like, what's the math there?
How much are you spending on an average meal?
Probably $7.
So
That's still more expensive.
It's
per
still
day.
more
It's like
expensive,
double the
but
price.
it's also not steak
Yeah.
no.
made for you.
Yeah. Exactly.
So really, it's an investment.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like the
Long
thing is,
story short.
in Brazil, it's like it's not that cheap. Like if you like converted like the
Oh really?
the currencies and like the ratio or whatever, it's like I think it's like $15 for that
What?
in Brazil.
In Brazil,
Yeah.
it's like 15 American dollars.
Yeah.
Guys, we should
Oh.
move to
It's-
Brazil.
It's nuts.
Should go to Brazil.
Like it's just Brazilian steakhouses are everywhere, and
Oh really?
yeah, it's just
Well, because Brazil raises a bunch of beef, right?
yeah,
So then, yeah, I'm sure it's a lot easier for them to get beef.
yeah. But it's just like it's a normal thing for them,
Good for them.
almost.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, lots of good meat this year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And I swear, maybe it's just placebo, but I feel like that gas stove makes things taste better.
Oh,
It's probably placebo though.
I think it's placebo, but
Because there's no way it's this. It's
There
different.
is definitely something to it where it's like, this is just way
Yeah.
better.
It just feels right, you know.
It
Cook 'em
does
with
feel.
open fire.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just maybe it's just part of that being a man thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I need fire to
Just
make my meat.
cooking it in your own house too.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
Half a stick of butter in there. So good.
Unfortunately, after this year I probably won't see a gas stove top for a while.
Yeah, because like I bet no apartments.
Apartments probably don't have it. If we're renting a house, probably won't have it.
Have. Yeah.
And you'd have to like either find a house with one or replace it later in life. I don't know.
Mhm.
What are some things? There's some things in the house that I want that I feel like are standard I need in my life now.
Yeah, that's a problem. We
Like-
got spoiled.
The gas stove,
The fan above it
the fan above it,
is
Yep.
actually so sweet.
the faucet coming off,
Oh,
the faucet
and,
sink.
and
Oh,
the
yeah.
two
the
modes.
sprayer,
These two modes are crazy.
Yeah.
the really like this triangle. I don't know what to call it. The triangle like really harsh sprayer.
Yeah.
Like that's almost
That's-
necessary for a
It's
cast
like
iron.
the flat setting on a hose.
Yeah.
Like you need that for cleaning
See,
a
and that's
cast
a-
iron.
Well, that's the one thing. I feel like kitchen faucets aren't super expensive. Like
But
that's
it might be worth it.
it's totally worth
Definitely
it.
worth it.
Yeah.
I also really like the trash can recycling bin in the
Combo.
Yeah.
in the drawer.
Yep.
Big fan of that.
Yep.
Yep. That's nice.
Anyways, habits, Mitch.
Mm.
I don't even know. It's.
If you don't
I feel
have
like,
any, that's okay.
I don't know if I have many habits. I've definitely started some new bits and like continued some new bits, like the 9/11 one. Like yesterday.
You can't just drop that. That's crazy without explaining it.
So
People are gonna get angry at us and think we make fun of 9/11.
no, we never forget.
We never
forget
forget.
9/11. So anytime there's a score, like what was it? It was the varsity game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 11-9.
It was
Us.
11-9, and we were down. I think.
No, we were up because it was 11-9 on the scoreboard.
Oh, that is right. So, but then for like a solid 4 minutes, nobody could score, and so Mike and I were just holding up a salute that whole time, and our arms were dying. But then finally, I think we scored, and then
Yeah.
we broke that.
Literally like
But-
7 possessions
I know
up
it was,
and down.
It was crazy.
No one was scoring. It was just stuck on
But-
9/11.
Yeah, and we do that in volleyball, in spike ball. I don't know, like any game that can have 9/11 happen. We do that. So that's a continued bit. That's not exactly this
I love
year.
how the question was habits, and Mitch just took it to bits. What are jokes that you do?
yeah,
at a
yeah,
regular-
it's a habitual joke. So like, I don't know.
That's not okay. Just go.
Keep going. Keep going.
I don't know. Like I can't think of too many bets on the top of my head. Like I guess the whole like admiral and
That was-
general thing with Sam.
That's a great bit.
a
That's
classic.
and getting like promoted from doing stuff like that. Like I got promoted for like sending it down a black diamond last year. That was good. I don't know. I've been trying to remember to say Clark more. I don't know. I just think that's funny. I think I started that on this podcast.
You did.
Yeah. I don't know. Just
I think you did.
let's see. Doing the weird like bar. With
That's
just-
actually
just-
such a great bit.
Just Savannah though. It's like just every time. I don't know. It's funny. And then like Ava tells me it like makes her day, and it's like, oh, that's nice. So
That's
glad I
nice.
can do that for her. I don't know. I think that's kind of it. That's all I can think
Some
about
good
right
habits.
That's some good habits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of bits. Lots of habits. Lots of habits. There it is. There it is.
All right. My
Popcorn
habits.
Mike.
You get it because you laugh at them. Those sort of hot bits.
Ha,
Yeah.
bits.
Bits.
My bits. Both of these I started and then stopped this year. I started lifting again in May when I was working here this summer in the Mel. I went to the gym every day after work.
He's like that.
Well, 4 days out of the week. And then like late July, early August, and things started getting busy. I stopped going to the gym and I haven't gone since.
Don't
tell anyone.
For a solid month.
Next habit is the other night I had sudden motivation to like, man, I just need to like lessen my screen time.
Oh.
So I was like, I randomly came across this video on YouTube. It's like how I cut down my screen time by 80%.
Yeah.
And I watched it. I was like, I deleted a bunch of apps I don't use anymore. I like deleted Facebook off my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I'm gonna set my phone to bedtime mode at 9:30. It's gonna go to bedtime mode. It's gonna be like grayscale. It's gonna go on do not disturb, and all this stuff. And then that lasted like 2 days,
Oh.
and it
Mike.
kind of went back to normal.
Dang.
Not that I'm like, I don't actually have that bad of screen time, anyways, but still, whatever. Those are my habits.
It is also like kind of your job.
Yeah. Well, I'm not really talking about computer time, more phone time.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Popcorn, Joey.
Nice. My 3 habits that I've started doing this year. Number 1, I gotta mention because it's actually probably I've been tracking some habits for like 2 months now, and it's probably my most consistent one. Is taking creatine every morning.
Mm.
You guys know what that is? I was just talking
Yeah.
with my
Yes.
basketball boys about that last night. But yes, I put creatine in my water every morning. It helps you build muscles.
Yeah.
It's good for your brain. It naturally occurs in meat. Like this isn't some wild
No.
synthetic thing. Do they teach you about creatine
No.
in school? No.
But I know about it.
But it's like the most studied supplement ever. And like there's a ton of studies on it. And what's wild is basically anything in the health industry everybody disagrees on. but I've never creatine is like the one thing
Yeah.
that I've never heard anyone say anything bad against.
Yeah.
So, yep, I take creatine every morning. Other thing, habit number 2 is this was more of a summer thing, but running. I was running probably 4 to 5 times a week, and I was in the habit of doing that. I don't run as much now. I try to only run 3 days a week now and try to lift 3 days a week. But yep, still kind of in the habit of doing that. And the next one is one I've been working on kind of since I moved into the house, but waking up early. I've been trying to, my normal alarm is for 5:55. Try to get up. The gym opens at 6 and trying to get there around then. Most of the time I don't roll in till closer to like 6:20. But it makes a huge difference in my day. But it involves going to bed on time.
Mhm.
So that's like the key. So the last couple weeks, I feel like have to be up late for stuff like coaching. It's tough because I don't get back till 10, and like I can't wake up at 6 if I'm not even in bed till like 11 or 11:30.
Yeah.
So, but when I'm in the routine and the habit of waking up early, absolute game changer. So highly recommend. Go to bed early, wake up early. Mitch, looking at you.
Thanks, homie.
Is that all your habits?
Those are my bits.
All right.
His hot bits.
Next, top 3 days/memories.
Hey.
Mitch.
Hey. Hold on, let me pull it up. All right. So, recency bias is gonna play a little bit of a factor here. Because I was trying to look through some of my photos and didn't have much. So, number 1, this is in no particular order. So it's not in number 1 spot, but it just happens to be there. You know, whatever. I'm just gonna stop. Back-to-back champs for volleyball.
Come on now.
So
Ayo.
both nights, going to Taco Bell afterward and then just hanging out. Like, that was super fun. Especially the second time, going back to the stud, kind of reliving some memories, going through like Snapchat stuff and other photos and Google photo albums or whatever. Good times. Number 2, Brazil trip. Obviously, it's got to be on there.
There you go.
Bobby.
Such a great trip, and I was so glad I chose that one. And then August 10, day I learned I'm gonna be an uncle.
Oh.
So that's like coming up in a couple months here.
Yeah, February, right?
Yeah.
Come on now.
So
Uncle Mitch.
2025.
2025, Uncle Mitch coming
Uncle
soon.
Mitch.
Uncle Mitch coming to a theater near you.
Yep,
Can I call you Uncle Mitch?
I'm gonna be that Unk. You can just call me Unk.
The Funkle. Fun uncle. It's gonna be a wild time.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Mitch's uncle era.
Uncle era begins.
Uncle era begins.
Let's go. So those are my days. My men.
Nice.
Popcorn Mike.
I got 4.
Just main character energy. Just go through, bro.
Can't eliminate one.
I guess I can give you one because it has to be there. So like 3 other ones, sure. I get it. Fair enough. I got you.
I thought living with the boys was in your days/memories.
Nope.
Because I brought it up when you said Rent, and you said, oh, it's also in my days.
No, that was Brazil trip.
That was a Brazil trip.
Oh, right.
And then I just talked about, yeah.
My bad.
Purchasing the
You
rent.
good.
Great decision.
Yeah. Fine, I can take one off. I'll take off living with the boys. No particular order. The Week of Masterpiece seems to always make my top 3 days/memories. This year got to go and be instructor this time, which I've talked about here, which is a lot of fun. And Kylie came too, which was a blast to have her there and kind of bring her into that world that I've loved for like 6 years. Very sad I can't go this summer for the first time in 7 years.
No.
Well, I think you have a good excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a little busy, but technically I could go, except the June one is a week before our wedding.
Oh, dude, you'll be fine.
So we'd get
You
back
extend
Saturday and get married on Thursday. And
Oh, that's so much
Yeah.
time.
You're fine.
well, I just don't want to go and risk getting sick or stuff like that.
You
I
can
don't
get married sick. No one
Like-
cares.
know. It's true.
It's not like a requirement that you
That's
have
true.
to be healthy.
Yeah.
But It's okay.
Okay.
There's a lot going on this summer.
There is.
Next
There
summer,
is.
we'll be back.
We'll be back.
Don't worry.
Better than ever.
He's back.
Married man.
Married man, Mr. and Mrs. Clark.
Clark.
Coming to Masterpiece. And then next is Holiday Inn, being in the musical.
Mm.
That was a blast. I think Anastasia made my top 3 last year too. So that was just so much fun. Talked about that plenty here.
So basically, just copy pasting your list from last year.
Pretty much.
Just switch up the titles.
Yep.
And then number 1. No
You know it's
particular order except for this one.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
it's coming.
Proposing,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
getting engaged to Kylie
Zip, zip, zip.
on June 20, 2024, Thursday. Pretty much a year before our wedding because it's June 26th. So, yeah. So that was just obviously a great day, life-changing day. And we pulled it off. Pulled it off good.
Mm.
Pulled it off good.
Pulled it off good. And then I had Living with the Boys on there too, but I guess I can only have 3. So,
Yeah.
Joey?
That's actually hilarious. Top 3 memes of the year. Number 3, Rev Retreat was an absolute blast.
Mm.
That was like my first really big ministry event of the year, and it was absolutely incredible. Hanging out with high school students, and just seeing their lives change was absolutely incredible. Number 2 was graduating. Man, does it feel good to be graduated.
I wish.
Not trying to rub it in, but like
You are.
you guys have a lot to look forward to.
Yeah.
It's so baller.
Can't wait to come home and not have to worry about doing homework.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so good.
It is really nice that
Yeah.
like you get your 40 hours in and then you're done. Like you can come home and relax. So
hmm
that's kind of nice. Unless you're like me and then you coach and then you just work all the time and it's great. And then number 1, we all knew it was coming. Living with the boys. I'm just kidding.
I knew it.
Just kidding, Ava. I'm just kidding. Number 1
Zip,
was proposing,
zip.
getting engaged, July 4, 2024.
What a good day.
What a great day.
Independence Day.
The
Never
eagle has landed.
The eagle landed.
The eagle has
forget.
landed.
The eagle has landed.
So, yeah, that is days/memes
It's good memories.
of
Oh, yeah.
2024. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I got engagement, so Ava can't get mad at
Yeah.
me. That's the most important
That's
one.
all you need.
Yep.
All right. And now for the final part, hopes and dreams for 2025. But first, we have to read ours
A
from
word from our
last year.
sponsor.
Oh,
See what came true. All right. Mitch, these were your hopes and dreams for 2024.
Okay.
Continue to pass nursing school, which will
I'm
really
st-
come down to spring 2024. If I don't pass that term, go to plan B, which will be like sports medicine or something. That's what you said.
Spring 24, which is, yeah.
That's when you had pharmacology
Oh, yeah.
or
And then
whatever.
I didn't pass that.
Then you
but
didn't
then
pass
I
that.
then I came back even stronger in the summer.
like a
and
phoenix emerging from the ashes.
rising with the morning sun. Just burning hot.
But you didn't completely fail that term, only that
No.
class.
Yeah, only that class.
So he's still on track.
And I'm still on track. I'm going on to term 4, I think.
There you go. I hope.
Find out today, I think.
My hopes and dreams for 2024 were,
Wait,
That was it?
That was it?
yeah, that was all
All right.
Mitch's.
Oh.
Fair enough.
Mine were film the weddings I have booked epically, is what I said.
Now, this is epic.
Now, this is epic. And then to keep growing my business.
Mm.
I think
so-
he's done that.
I think I filmed the weddings I had booked epically. And I did keep growing my business. I got a lot of clients this summer. And I also have booked like 8 weddings for next summer. And I'm meeting with another couple couples in the next couple weeks. So it's looking good for next summer. And then I said, quote, bring me and Kylie's relationship to the next level.
Oh yeah,
You
I
remember-
remember.
you remember that?
I remember bullying
Yes,
you for
sir.
that.
You did not bully me for that. It was just a funny way to say it.
Yeah,
I think you guys were kind of laughing at that.
yeah.
But I did do that.
Mm.
I did do that.
You did take it to the next level.
Joey's
Ooh.
have the MA job go well.
It did.
He moved on.
Get
Oh.
set in a full-time position.
Yes.
Got set.
Got
Let's
that.
go.
Graduate in May.
Yeah.
Did that. Moving with the boys.
Yeah.
And hope it keeps going well with Ava.
Boom.
Bang.
Think it's going well.
100%.
5.
I'm like that.
So far, we're all 100% on our goals there. Josh's were figure out an internship to help him figure out what he wants to do. Well, he did get an internship, and
You
now
know-
he's working for
And
them.
now we got a job. Yeah.
Facts.
Do well that semester and have a better perspective of school. Well, we'll have to ask him.
Yeah.
'cause
We'll have to ask him what he thinks about that.
Yeah.
if he had a better perspective of school.
What do you think about that?
Josh, email us 245 podcast.
2.4.5.podcast@gmail.com. No, we can talk about Josh's hopes and dreams next time he's on. All right, Mitch, what are your hopes and dreams for 2025?
2025. I would love to be settled in some sort of hospital, whether that's here in the cities or elsewhere. If that's travel nursing, I'm still kind of deciding on that kind of dream. But yeah, I would just love to be, settled in a good position, work in a good schedule, kind of have a good routine going. And whether that's, if I'm living at home or if I find an apartment or something like that, that'd be awesome. I'd love to find a partner this year.
Hey, yo.
So that'd be huge.
Did you
Simp.
say a partner?
Yes.
Simp.
So that's a huge goal for this year. I feel like the time is now.
Now, this is epic.
Now this is the time. This is epic. If you don't know what we're referencing, it's voiceover Pete. That's his name. Huge Fortnite guy. Big memes.
All right, I can play it on here.
Yeah. Cue
Here.
it.
Now, this is epic.
Why does the timing sound so weird?
Now this is epic. He's so good. His voice is so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that I don't even know. What else?
Those are some pretty big goals.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's
You don't have to have more.
yeah, it's just finding my way to get there, I guess. However that might be. So that's kind of like huge things to go for this next year. So, yeah. Oh, I guess I'll add a little wrinkle. I want to pass the NCLEX on the first try.
Oh,
Hey.
that is a good goal. That's a good goal.
So we'll see how that goes.
All right, well, we'll check back in next year.
Yep.
Just kidding. Podcast probably won't be a thing next year.
What do you mean?
No, maybe we'll do
Mike, you should just infinitely work here so we can always. Just
we'll
kidding.
do a reunion episode for looking back at 2025 episode next year. All right, my hopes and dreams for 2025. Simple.
Simp. Oh.
Get married, graduate, lift. Mic drop.
In no particular order.
In that particular order.
That's epic. I love that.
Get married, graduate, live.
Lift. Yep.
There you go.
And that's it.
Wow.
Got to get married this summer. Got to graduate. Pretty confident those two things will happen.
Yep.
Lifting, that one might require a little more work.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm hoping,
Been getting married.
because it's a habit.
Yeah.
It's a habit.
Okay.
So I'm hoping to start that in January. Now that I have no musical, I have nights free, no Christmas at Northwestern. So nothing at night, basically, that's keeping me busy.
Yeah.
Which I also had in September and October. We're not.
Do you
gonna
want, like,
Wait, no,
an-
I had rehearsals. Never mind.
Do you want like an in-home gym when you have your like settled house?
I don't know.
Because then it'd be really easy to you can't pass that up. Like
Maybe.
It's right there.
If we have the space for it, I feel like you'd have to be like, I feel like you'd have to have a house built or like just find a house that already has that.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't be able to just
'Cause-
add that into many rooms.
Yeah. And especially with all your camera stuff, you gotta use a
I gotta have a whole room
space.
just for that.
Yeah.
So no. But I'm guessing an apartment that we'll have next year will probably have that.
Yeah.
A gym. So I can always come here
There you
too.
go.
Especially if I work here.
Facts.
'Cause alumni can lift here.
For free.
So that's my hopes and dreams for 2025. Yoey.
I'm hype.
Yeah, I like those, Mike. I'm
What are you looking at out there?
just watching the cars drive by.
Okay. I thought somebody was getting stuck again. I was getting ready to, commentate another KO.
Yep. Ben is so disappointed.
It's got the
right
fisticuffs.
now. Anyways, I have four. This first one is just one that I'm combining. But most importantly, get married and find an apartment.
Oh,
I'm hoping that we find
goal.
a good, I feel like where you live and what apartment makes a big difference.
Yep.
So finding that balance of it's the right price, but it also has what we want. It's in a safe neighborhood, stuff like that. Be sweet if it had a gym.
Mm.
That would be really nice.
does
'cause
Midland Terrace have a gym?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, so that's something that I'm thinking about. I think that's Ava's doing a lot of the wedding planning. So that's something I want to do is do a lot of the legwork of finding an apartment
Yeah.
and researching stuff. And what's nice is that I feel like there's a ton of options around here.
Yeah.
So we want to kind of stay in this area. So figuring that out.
Are you still considering East Streets, or are you kind of, is that off the
probably
table?
not?
Yeah,
probably
that's kind of what we're
not.
thinking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's just a few things. Honestly, you know what's huge is a dishwasher.
Yeah, because they don't have
Not having a
dishwashers.
dishwasher is brutal.
Yeah.
And yeah, I want to have a dishwasher. So that's number one, get married and find an apartment. Number two, get better at pastoring and coaching. This is my first year doing both of those things, which is absolutely wild. And I've learned so much in my first year of doing both. So my hope is to kind of take this summer to do more research, come up with more planning, especially for coaching. I'd like to do have a few more things laid out before the year starts.
Make your own sets and plays.
Not really.
No.
Not that stuff, but
The
just
Ritzma
okay.
inbound play.
yeah, not that. I'm not a big fan of plays and set stuff. I rather have our players have good habits and just know how to play good basketball, so they
Good.
can just adjust on the fly.
Mm.
But just thinking more about team building activities, what's practice going to look like? I'm always thinking about what's the most efficient practice. How are we measuring growth? Stuff like that. Stuff I'm thinking about. So get better at those two things. Number three, really important one, but set a solid foundation for marriage, because we'll be married for 6 months next year, and just figuring out what that looks like, building a strong relationship right from the start.
Yes, sir.
That'll be a big deal. And number four is just solid personal habits. I want to continue to dial in eating, sleeping, working out, reading, stuff like that. Get a healthy routine before marriage, so that I can just bring that into marriage. So those are my 4 hopes and dreams.
What are you talking about? Habits are so easy to start after getting married.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So easy.
So easy.
No, they're not. That's good. That's good advice for everyone out there. Well, that's it.
That's
We're
it.
Looking back at 2024. This is also our first episode of 2025. So, I can't believe it's 20. It looks so different out there. Yeah,
Yeah, it's really 2025ified.
it's really 25 out there.
Yeah, yep.
Anyways, should we wrap this one up like we're wrapping up the year?
I think
Did
so.
you say that last year? You probably said that last year.
I probably said that last year.
Whatever.
It's all good.
It's our podcast. Who cares?
Yeah, doesn't matter.
It's our podcast.
Actually, no, it's the People's Podcast. Sorry.
The people's. All right. Well, we will catch you all on the flippity flip.
See you in the next realm.
Peace out, gangsters.